There are multiple pedestrian crossings on this route. On approach to zebra crossings, ensure you are managing your speed in order to be able to stop if needed. The same applies to traffic light controlled crossings. There are shops in this area. This can mean vehicles parking in places which are not ideal, people parallel parking, car doors opening, and pedestrians in the area and crossing the road. Use good forward planning and all-round observations, as well as a sensible speed in areas like this. There are cycle lanes along this route which come in various styles. Manage speed appropriately and stop if needed, as the road does now narrow in places. Pass cyclists with great care whether they are on the cycle lane or the road. As you come out of junctions like this, you need to use the other side of the road to avoid hitting the curb. Approach at a low speed and check there is nothing coming before committing to the turn. Be prepared to stop. Bus lanes can be narrow, like this one, and some road users are not aware of the positioning or surroundings of their vehicles. Pass vehicles with care and using a suitable speed. Anticipate actions of others and consider the odd things that might happen, like cars swerving without warning, car doors opening, and pedestrians crossing the road suddenly. There are low bridges in this area. Never divert from the route without authorization. Be aware of all road signs and markings. When approaching bus stops, use low speed and lots of observations. Bus stops with shelters like this one can present a hazard. There is a risk of striking the bus stop with the bus body or mirror arm. Be aware of any intending customers or pedestrians and stop if needed. When passing parked cars, good observation and forward planning are needed on approach. Manage speed according to conditions and remain courteous to other road users by giving way to them if needed. Also consider the amount of road furniture in areas like this, which is close to the edge of the road, as well as the positioning of pedestrians on the pavement. Consider the overhangs of and projections from the bus. When waiting at busy junctions like this one, use patience and wait for a gap that is big enough. Don't rush and don't try to force your way out. Keep up good mirror checks, even when waiting, so you are aware of what is going on around you. Some bus stops on this road have been placed on cycle lanes. This is not ideal and requires us to be even more vigilant to make sure we do what we can to keep everybody safe. If you are required to use a bus stop like this one, conduct extra mirror checks for cyclists before opening the doors. Fleet's Bridge roundabout is known for confusing some other road users. Use good all-round observation and be willing to back off if someone changes lanes with short notice. Some of these lanes are narrow. Keep to a sensible speed and again use good all-round observations. It is common for locals to cut into the left lane here from the right lane. Look out for this happening and back off if required. The school is a bit further up on this road. Take care at all times. There are a lot of cars parked here at some times. Pass with care, keeping up good all-round observations. Be aware of pedestrians and cyclists crossing the road and potentially overcrowding the pavements. This is the entrance to the school grounds. It is extremely important to keep a low speed and good all-round observations on school grounds, as not everyone is predictable and sometimes there is overcrowding of the pavements. Stop if you are not sure whether it is safe to continue.